Come on, we deserve it! His team ain't on our level! Get that! Wow!
Welcome to Beijing. Slamball Series 5 Championship Day is upon us. But before we get the matchup of the Mob and the Rumble, we have the first ever Slamball Slam Dunk Grand Prix. We got our own format, and it's fantastic. We'll have an overall winner for Best Dunk. We'll have head-to-head playoff-style matchups that led us to a final of Noah Baloo of the Mob taking on his teammate, Lu Fong, in the finals. Let's first take a look at a recap of some of the best dunks from these preliminary early round matchups.
Some amazing matchups early on, including Rumble Micro Gunner Albert Memphis Robinson with the off-the-glass gigantic windmill, but not to be outdone, Mahler's handler Isano Zhao with the unbelievable shakedown bounce and gigantic finish to advance. Good job there by Isano. And Mob Gunner Ramon Moon with the huge double windmill with two hands, and he's vowing to get this in the game. Maybe we'll see it later in the championship. And Stan Fletcher would win the overall with the not one, not two, but 3 dunks in one, using his proteges to set him up for this huge 360 through the legs finish, and wins the individual dunk title there. Unbelievable work by Stan Fletcher.
And a great way to incorporate his proteges here, but leads us to our finals matchup, Noah Baloo and Lu Fong, who showed off this amazing not one, not two, but 3 times through the leg dunk in the prelims. So let's get started. Lu Fong will lead us off. Each player, 3 dunks here. No misses allowed, only 1 attempt. So here comes Lu Fong. Back spring corkscrew. Lu Fong, creative artistry there, using 3 springs, flipping the ball up, flipping it back, and doing a nice corkscrew here at the end.
Went blind to the rim and jumped backwards with the 540. That was unbelievable. As Noah Baloo takes to the floor, Noah claims to have the best bag of tricks in the game. Let's see what he's got.
Noah has a gymnastics background, so these springs will play effect, and he springs into action. He sprung into a front flip. Spread the legs a little wide to avoid the rim, flips completely, finishes high. Unbelievable finish.
Revolution takeoff on an axis. That was pretty impressive.
So here comes attempt number 2 from Lu Fong. 1-2 from the back springs, the flight, the hang time, and the time to go through the legs 2 times.
Left to right and then right back to left. Lu Fong changing his mind multiple times on that dunk.
So some great artistry here. What will Noah come up with for his second attempt? Hits that outside spring, goes flat, hits his back, springs back up. I don't know, was that diving? Was that basketball? That was gymnastics. Goes horizontal, hits his back, and still dunks it.
Unbelievable, generating so much power off his back. They call that the flying squirrel. Rocky and Bullwinkle would be proud.
So we go to round 3. Lu Fong, it's anybody's match behind the back. Oh, so close. He hit that back spring, attempted a great freestyle pass to himself, and just barely missed what would have been an amazing finish.
Lu calls that the tornado, but that miss is going to hurt him. Noah Baloo, let's see what he does.
720! 720! He could have gone simple. He could have made sure he made it. He decides to give the crowd a thrill and goes 720. Memphis is pumped up. People coming off the bench. You see Ramon Moon is pumped up. An amazing finish to this Slamball Slam Dunk Grand Prix.
720 takeoff from the top. It's very hard to hold your rotational axis when you're traveling through the air like that. Noah Baloo with the tight spin could have gone for something safer, but the crowd sure does appreciate these 2 competitors. Noah Baloo taking this victory from teammate Lu Fong.
Lu Fong drinking in some of the cheers here from the home crowd. What an amazing performance put on by both of these guys, but they got some work to do. They got to get ready for the championship, Mason.
A little bit of competitive fire here early, but these two guys are going to have to get together to take on the Rumble for the championship.
The Rumble getting ready to take the floor for our championship match. You see Whitney White going to need to take on a bigger role today because of that injury to Jelani Janice. The big question for the Rumble, what can Jelani give them today?
Jelani Janice went down in the springs, and you see here he's limping to the bench. This is not something that Coach Rob Wilson wants to see.
It looks like Jelani has significantly pulled his hamstring. It's going to really change up what the Rumble looks like. Now Jelani's going to be standing beside me, which is not where I want him.
Jelani, most feared player in Slamball.
It's a big loss for him if he can't come back.
He puts the fear of God in every other stopper. Without him there, we are vulnerable.
A great job from Memphis Robinson taking over for Jelani.
Memphis Robinson is really going to have to step forward. I think that he has the physical tools to do what Jelani does at a little bit of a different level.
I have full confidence that if I'm unable to perform, unable to go, that Memphis will come in and step in and get us a win.
Great effort. Without Jelani Janice here, the Rumble come out with a victory.
We don't kind of come with that aura of invincibility, if you will. And I think a lot of teams look at Jelani that way.
If I can't go, I'll be the biggest cheerleader over there on the sideline that it possibly be. And I'm super excited, and I know my team is fully capable of getting a win without me.
I need the other guys to really step up and win this championship.
So bad news here for the Rumble. Coach Rob Wilson announcing that Jelani Janice will not start. So that injury clearly going to play a big part of today's championship match, Mason.
The big question is, can Jelani provide any kind of offensive threat for the Rumble? He's severely limited by that hamstring. Whitney White will have to be much more assertive on offense. And can Dave Redmond pull one last defensive effort out of that body in this tournament? And Memphis Robinson will have to make up for decreased production from Jelani Janice. The Rumble set to take on their arch rivals, the Mob, and their emerging international superstar, Lu Fong.
It takes a special athlete to be great in Slamball. Elite players come from different backgrounds. They don't have to be the biggest or the strongest, although sometimes that helps. What really drives Slamball stars to greatness is a passion to stand among the best. But would there ever be a truly dominant international Slamball star? That player has arrived, and his name is Lu Fong. Standing only 5'8", Lu isn't the one you'd expect to develop into a dominant Slamball athlete. His work ethic set him apart from the start as he rapidly improved his skills. Lu's courage, balance, and explosive speed have come together to make Lu a force in the sport. Scoring, defense, playmaking, Lu does it all. And teaming with the Mob's other all-world talents has the team on the verge of back-to-back titles, a feat never accomplished in Slamball. Lu has set the standard not just for Chinese players, but for international stars across the globe. Others may follow, but Lu Fong will always be the first dragon.
You know, Darren, I can't stress enough how deeply and personally affected I have been at seeing the explosive development of Lu Fong. It's really an inspiration, not just to me, but for everybody involved in the sport.
It's a great thing for Slamball and the globalization of a fantastic game as we see the Mob getting ready here. Noah Ballou, the leader of this team. There's DeAndre Faison. Has to be excited. No Jelani Janice attacking him at the rim today. James Lee calmly, coolly, casually out to the floor. And there he is, the man of the hour, the first dragon, Lu Fong, hearing it from the crowd here. Fantastic energy in this building as we get ready for the Slamball Series 5 championship match. And fittingly here today, it's the Mob, it's the Rumble, battling since the beginning of time. Only fitting that they fight it out for Slamball Series 5 championship.
These teams simply can't stand each other. We could be in for an explosive game.
The Rumble versus the Mob is the original Slamball rivalry. The two original teams in the sport elicit the most fierce emotions in the game, but they've never played for a championship.
The Mob-Rumble rivalry very much alive.
The Rumble has dominated all competition here with precision passing and pure power. The Mob are the only team to mount a respectable challenge to the Green Machine and had a chance to win in the final seconds, but came up short.
Hit the spring, he's up! It's no good!
With pride on the line, these two powerhouse teams are set to do battle again. Will the Rumble prevail, or will the Mob post a stunning upset with the title on the line? It's the Rumble, it's the Mob, and it starts right now.
Slamball Series 5 championship match is here, and the Rumble, who have dominated this tournament 7-0, getting ready to take on Noah Baloo and the Mob, who found some energy here late in this tournament.
How often in sports is a team going after perfection? And that's what the Rumble has at stake here tonight. But the Mob is the other powerhouse team in this series that's been eyeing them back and forth the entire time.
The big question is Jelani Janice not even starting this championship game. That hamstring injury, they worked through it in the semis. How will it affect this championship game? As the Mob underway, the dive cut, Baloo's gonna draw again, the chopping penalty from David Redmond.
David Redmond coming down, not playing the ball. This will be a face-off.
Baloo attacks quick, goes up, swings the left hand! Redmond overplayed it, and Baloo comes back to the finish. I think he got punched in the face, but amazing concentration from Noah Baloo.
Noah Baloo is right-handed, knows he's got the big stopper coming at him, goes back to the left-hand windmill all over the stopper.
Fletcher resets it, looking in for Lee, overthrow, and here come the Rumble on the break. Whitney White looking to reset and does, stumbles out. Faison was there to deny that attack from Whitney White. Gennaro Hemphill into the lineup again. Jelani Janice not on the court. Memphis, he'll freestyle it, fling it off the backboard, hit the springs, and finish it home. The patience and the artistry of Memphis Robinson on full display, but back come the Mob. Ramon Moon, the astronaut, sticking it in the face of Dave Redmond there.
That was just incredible. Look how Memphis is all the way to the right side, repositions himself to the left side, and gets around DeAndre Faison. They will need more of that if they are going to make up for Jelani's limitations. But Ramon Moon answering the little guy tit for tat.
Gennaro Hemphill loses it. Lu Fong, the first dragon, flies high but can't finish. Good job by Redmond that time to be in position to deny Lu Fong. And we're going to have a penalty here.
Whitney White away from the ball, gets hit in the back by Sandy Fletcher. Sandy needs to establish a physical presence for the Mob here.
The enforcer, Whitney White, taking flight and finishing. Sticks the elbow through the rim for good measure.
That was a full-blown tracheotomy. Boom shakalaka from Take Flight Whitney White, who just goes all the way down the hoop, and Sandy Fletcher didn't have a chance.
And a little trash talk to boot at the end of that after the contact from Fletcher. Janice into the game, flipped it up, and White tried to fling it home, no good. Here comes the break. Ramon Moon blasts off and finish. Again, the takeoff from Ramon Moon from the back springs.
And Dave Redmond at 6'8", 260 is an intimidating presence back there, but Ramon Moon is having none of it. Travel there for Memphis Robinson, trying to draw the foul. The refs didn't go for it.
Baloo waiting, leaves it for Lu Fong. He'll reset as Redmond positioned himself well there to deny. Lu, up goes Moon, and again, and that time he does. The ball spikes off of Redmond's head and into the stands.
And the Mob is trying to be there for each other. Ramon Moon setting the tone and then staying active to give Lu Fong an option to dish off for the big power jam.
And that was Whitney White looking for a cutting Memphis Robinson, nothing doing. Here comes Sandy Fletcher. He looks to leave it to Noah Baloo. Over the top, flipped over Redmond, but Baloo still has possession for the Mob. Noah waiting. Not much happening, some confusion on offense here for the Mob. So Baloo will go back to the middle, leave it for Fong, but good job by Redmond. You see Jelani Janice gingerly moving, not attacking, leaving for White though, and gets it. Jelani doing what he can.
Jelani hits that island, as you see Fletcher here with the crazy dismount over Dave Redmond, but Jelani making himself a threat and serving it up for Take Flight, who makes sure to get some points on the board and keep this Rumble in championship contention.
Noah goes with a one-handed attack, drew Redmond in perfectly. He looked back as if he was going to throw it and instead attacked.
Yeah, the Rumble stopper had to play the mob cutter, and then Noah Ballou recognized his footwork and made that work as DeAndre Faison pushing it out, beats by DeAndre here in the finals.
Great battle there. Ramon Moon fires the three, no good, and Redmond will clear up the rebound here to end the half. The Rumble, who have been dominant, find themselves down 15-9 here at the half.
Spectacular plays in the first half all over.
Memphis Robinson showing off his creativity, and we've had creativity galore here in Series 5. Let's check out the top 10 best plays.
Starting us off at number 10, the Slashers turn the turnover into the Superman alley-oop to Scott Campbell.
Number 9, a new passing display like we've never seen. The Maulers, Stan Fletcher and Izano Zhao team up for some aerial acrobatic artistry, ending in this sweet little finish from Zhao.
At number 8, Memphis Robinson tries to get cute in the springs, goes to the yoga pose, and then steps up. First the Van Damme splits, and then steps up into the J.
Heads up, heads up.
Number 7, the Mob coming in. It's the nice dish threading the needle, Noah Ballou, but it's the backflip from Noah Ballou that's really bringing it home. Again, beautiful thread the needle pass. Good two-hand finish. What's the dismount? The Russian judge dinged him, only gave him a 9.2.
And Kevin Fawn with the freestyle fadeaway, almost a post move. I have never seen that play, and Kevin Fawn adding to Slamball offense.
Number 5, Memphis Robinson looks for the give and go and gets it to himself.
Number 4, Jelani Janice. Absolute devastation at the rim over Monty the Monster.
Coming in at number 3, can Lu Fong beat the first half buzzer? And he does in style over Rodney Bond. The great freestyle flip to himself and the hammer finish over Dr. No.
And how about at number 2, the paradigm-shifting dunk, 360 through the legs with the lean over the stopper.
Coming in at number 1, it's not just one play, it's an entire performance from Stan Fletcher. 32 points against the Slashers in a 10-minute game format, and done in a variety of devastating dunks like this one. Unbelievable creativity through the leg bounce, triple tramp stamp, Spider-Man finish, and that is your top 10. Here for the second half of our championship game, you see Jelani Janice. He's going to keep giving it a go. The Mob will start this half, though. They win the bounce-off. Lu Fong looking for Noah Ballou, who finishes strong over Redmond.
This game is going to come down to what can Jelani Janice give them. He's been the most dominant player in the sport the entire tournament, and the Mob has been eyeing the Rumble, probing for weaknesses, and they've identified Memphis's ball handling as a place they can take advantage.
And you see, without Jelani's ability to move, he can't orchestrate this Rumble offense. Memphis having to handle as Lu Fong flying through the air and finishing with the one hand.
Lu Fong on that stack cut takes his momentum from the side tramp, brings it over and stacks it on top of the big tramp, and finishes at the rim as DeAndre Faison is intimidating the Rumble attack. You do not see the Rumble turn back this often.
And Lu Fong attacks from the outside spring. The high-flying first dragon timeout needed and taken by the Rumble.
Coach Rob Wilson is going to take a beat here as Lu Fong is dominating the offensive end for the Mobsters.
So there's Jelani Janice trying to orchestrate from the top. The entry to Memphis into the island. We're going to have a penalty here.
Whitney White trying to do this wheel up move. James Lee is in contact with him. That will be a face-off.
Big chance to cut into this lead. And Whitney White goes horizontal? Vertical? What was that?
Superman takeoff there, goes completely bio. and just flattens out in the air to put it down over the top. Whitney's going to need a huge second half to keep the Rumble in this game.
So get the ball back after the faceoff. Jelani tries the outside shot, no good. The Rumble have lived on that three-pointer in this tournament, but nothing doing on that one. DeAndre there again with the stop. Ooh, good job by Redmond to deny Lee on the break, but it's Noah Ballou digging out the loose ball, and we'll keep it alive for the Mob. Finds Lu Fong. Lu Fong! Double tramp stamp a la his mentor, Stan Fletcher.
This is Lu Fong's coming out party here in the finals in a very meaningful game to this franchise. You see Lu Fong collects his body, keeps his balance up, and then elevates huge over the rim for the statement dunk.
And now this game is being opened up wide by the Mob. A 15-point lead. Jelani Janice comes up short on that jumper. You can see it. That hamstring just not allowing him to do what he wants to do. Memphis steals it. Back to Jelani. He'll look again. Fire. No good. 0 for 3 now here on the long ball. Jelani Janice, and at 2.5 minutes to go, the Rumble desperate for points. You see Ballou looking at the clock, measuring here, trying to bring this championship home for the second year in a row to the Mob. Crosses up Memphis, hits the springs, looks up, will reset. Patiently waiting. Good job by Ballou on the island. Leaves for James Lee. Picks it up, no good, gets his own rebound, flips it up and in, and after a 25-second possession, the Mob come away with 2.
How about that? James Lee was falling down there and managed to get the ball up over the rim, and it just dripped over the top.
Memphis attacking, trying to orchestrate like Jelani would. Quick, good ball movement there. Janice again sets the feet, can't hit. 0 for 4 now. Moon threads the needle. Sandy Fletcher looking for Lu Fong again. No, we'll reset, and they have time to be patient, but we have a penalty.
And looking at the Rumble side of the ball, Jelani's just got ultimate confidence in that jump shot, ultimate confidence in his ability, but the Rumble's outside game has abandoned them here in the finals, but the Mob's defense is going nowhere. Sandy Fletcher absolutely dominant on the perimeter here, keeps Gennaro Hemphill in front of him, and then just blasts him to the floor. Contact in the back will cause a face-off, but that was a statement from Fletcher.
Hemphill goes up, and Fletcher in good position there and denies Gennaro Hemphill.
How about the Mob? They came to play here in this tournament. That 7-0 record doesn't mean anything to the Mobsters here, as they're looking to put a hit on the Rumble's undefeated record.
And Whitney White somehow found a way to get that from the back springs.
And that'll be waved off, unfortunately. You see here a hold on Memphis, and Memphis will get a chance to get some points on the board for the Rumble.
Memphis, the quick attack, but Lu Fong, he saw it, read it, and jumped quickly and defended perfectly.
How about this dominance on defense by the Mob? They've been hanging their hat on defense the entire tournament. The Rumble's offensive game has sputtered, and the Mob has put the hammer down.
So 45 seconds to go. Memphis firing a 3, no good. Just living and this time dying by the 3 or the Rumble. And I think that's going to do it. A 29-12 lead right now with 30 seconds. The freestyle attempt goes awry for Lu Fong, and another chance to score here comes Memphis. Attacks, no good. DeAndre Faison again has owned that half of the court today. Leaving it up, Hemphill back to Memphis. Whitney White flips it up, gets his own rebound and finishes it, but going to be way too little, way too late, Mason.
Definitely behind the 8 ball here, and this is going to hurt for a long time. This is a signature win for the Mob, the first team ever. As Lu Fong serves it up to his teammate, the Mob is the first team ever to post back-to-back Slamball championships, a feat never before accomplished in the sport. This team with a well-deserved championship run behind the all-around play of Noah Ballou and the domination on defense by DeAndre Faison.
A fantastic team effort all around. Performances by Ballou, Ramon Moon in that first half of those 9 points. Lu Fong dominating that second half. Unbelievable teamwork here, taking on a shorthanded team with Jelani Janice not being able to do it, but give the Mob credit. They did exactly what they needed to do today.
The Mob came to play. They laid in the weeds a little bit as the Rumble ran out to that gaudy record. The pressure of perfection proved to be too much for the Green Machine as the Mob raises the trophy behind the unbelievable play of Captain Noah Ballou and MVP DeAndre Faison.
And the Mob are Series 5 Slamball World Champions. An amazing Series 5 here in China. Wuhan and Beijing have been good to us. What's in store for Series 6, Mason?
I can announce right now that Series 6 will be played in Las Vegas in the United States. Check out www.officialslamball.com for more information, player applications, and highlight videos.
For Mason Gordon, I'm Darren Flam. We'll see you in Las Vegas, baby.